I think we're.
My apologies. I
It's,
literally woke up at like 12:40. I brushed my teeth, went in the kitchen, and I see I got a missed call from you. I said, "Oh shit,
yeah, don't even worry
it's
about it, dude.
already
I
one."
I was like I took up until like I think I was a couple minutes late to my own stream. Like right then. That's something about 1 o'clock that just gets the body moving, you know.
Yeah. Fact.
So what's going on, my man? How you been doing? I think
Uh, besides the setback, I've been doing good. I finally started hitting the algorithm again, and
that's
my
good.
videos started finally getting back on For You page.
That's good. Yeah, no, the For You
Yeah.
page
So
is rough to get on nowadays.
what, especially if you're not, I think what really caused it is my new account, because what I noticed is TikTok is kind of I don't know if you noticed too, but TikTok has been kind of shadow banning old creators, but all these new creators are popping up and becoming instant viral in a day, getting a
Hmm.
million, like, you know.
I think your connection's a little beat up. Can you hear me?
When I mean they bans back to back to back.
Okay, I
Hmm?
think I think we're good. No, it's just like you keep
Oh
cutting
yeah,
in and out. No, yeah, I noticed that like if you make a new account, like it's weird. Like if you have a decent video, it's pretty it's high. It has a very high chance of getting like
yeah,
forced into the For You page. Yeah, no, it's so weird. And then of course, if you get any community guideline violation nowadays, you get plummeted down into like low priority. It really fucks you up. It's I make
exactly.
videos and like it's almost night and day. Like I'll have good traction on videos, and then I get one violation, and every new video after that is dead in the water.
Yeah, trash.
It just happened today because I
That's
made
why
it.
I try my best to appeal them, because they just did that to two of my videos. I appealed one, and they put
Mm,
my algorithm back. They just did it again. They put her into things that don't make sense. That's why actually I don't know if you've been noticing like how you've been doing your videos. You know how you take it off of basically you cut out their name and all that,
yeah,
and
I've
then
been
you
trying
just
to be a
show the
little.
video.
Hmm.
Me, I've been taking them off of Instagram. So when I take
Oh,
the videos off
really?
of Instagram, TikTok can't, yeah, TikTok can't ban it because it's technically not on TikTok. You get me?
Right.
It says when the guideline states that you cannot use the greens to harass another creator off of TikTok, like with their video. But if they uploaded it to Instagram and then you take it off Instagram, they can't mess with your video. That's the only
That's
reason I haven't been getting violations.
that's interesting. Yeah, no, I just try to like block it out because like I'm tired of like all the bullshit drama on the page. But I just had a video pulled down like an hour ago because I made a video about how like the serial bootios. It's from those three like WWE like black wrestlers. I was like, oh, this is like the only cereal with a black mascot, and it got pulled down for hate speech. And I was like, what the fuck? I can't say anything anymore.
It's crazy. You get anything for hate speech now. It's like that's why I started phrasing my things. Like you know how I used to say "Hey, goofy" in the beginning of my videos.
Hmm.
I can't even say that no more. It's bullying. So that's why I started the goofy alert thing, because they can't mess with me when I say goofy alert, because
Really?
it's just the same alert.
Hey,
Yeah.
Goofy's harassment now.
You know what? Every time I say "Hey, goofy" in the video, they ban me for 7 days. They not playing no
Get the
games
hell
with me
out of
when I
here.
say it.
People must like really hate being
Telling
called
you.
goofy because it's like all reactionary. Like it has to do with like who sees your video and like if they report it or not.
Yeah, I even had a couple of my when the comment says hype house, like some of the old members, I had them report one video where I
Mm.
was saying goofy alert. Cause I was actually digging into somebody in that video. I wanted to see if it'll get removed. And no, I didn't get removed compared to them reporting a video that says, "Hey, goofy," it got removed for harassment and bullying.
I wonder if I guess it's because Hey Goofy is like you're targeting someone specific, but then I guess Goofy Alert is like vague or something or more generalized. That's so
Yeah.
what a weird fucking app, man. The app is out of control. I don't know.
The
I
algorithm.
can't
You
stand
thought
it.
people thought when what's the people that manage security for them now? Oh, remember the
Oh,
conservative company?
I know what you're talking about because I
Um
know they like teamed up with Walmart.
yeah. People thought things were gonna get better once they got a little control. No, it got worse. I feel like when Trump says to TikTok, they say, "Oh yeah, now we about to punish y'all." This is just how it feels now.
Oracle, they're saying Oracle. Yeah.
But
Well, it's because there's advertisers on the platform now, so they're trying to be
look,
extra like cautious. But only around things that people actually give a shit about, obviously. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like stupid because you get pulled down for hate speech for one thing, and then like something else doesn't get pulled down. It's just all silly. The app is annoying, but I mean, I guess it's nice that you can make money off of it now.
But but TikTok think they slick. They've been removing people off from the creator fund for simple violations.
Oh,
So
have they?
I think like they're trying to cut back. Yeah, yeah. So if you haven't noticed,
Probably.
I think the way they're doing it, they're starting to try to cut back on people who can get the funds.
Hmm.
So everyone who gets reported for like minor stuff like what is like bullying or harassment, or you show or like any of the basic guidelines that everybody gets once in a while, they
Hmm.
automatically take you off the creator fund. It's been hella big creators that got
Interesting.
off the creator fund.
Wow, I guess I'm lucky then, because I'm still in the. I think I'm still in the creative. Now I feel like I have to check. Dude, it scared the shit out of me. Um, I've been trying to
Yeah,
do
bro. A lot of people been removed off it.
shit. I've been trying to do less. I think I'm still in it. Yeah, I'm still in the creative fund. I've been trying to do less like stitches because like I didn't even know this. You don't even make any money for
Uh,
stitches. It's weird.
yeah, you don't
It's like
at
bizarre.
all.
You make
I
like a fraction. I'd make like $10 a day for like a couple of million views, and it's like okay, like that's cool. It's so
my
weird.
sponsorship took a nosedive though when I lost the 850K
Yeah,
making a
yeah,
post.
you got fucked, man. You got really fucked
Yeah,
on that. That's a shame. And that was all over the fucking the Gemini shit, right?
yeah, it was all over the Gemini shit. Cause first I thought so this is what TikTok messaged me. So the first time they hit me with like bullying, like they say it has something to do with harassment and bullying. So I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
Mm-hmm.
What but who am I bullying? And then someone told me it might be the Zoe Laverne situation. So then I told them, I said, so I'm getting banned because you guys want to defend a pedo? Then they hit me with, oh, it was for minor safety. And I'm like,
Yeah, did
what
you
are you talking?
did you post a video of the two of them kissing?
Nah. So
Really?
what I did is I posted the freaking the Twitter post, right? But it was a blurred out Twitter post. I literally blurred it out. All it said on the top was Zoe Laverne and Connor's 16-year-old. No, not 16-year-old, 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Then they took that video down, but they put it back up because it didn't violate guidelines. But then the next day I was banned.
Yeah, it's because for
So
me, my alt account got
now
banned for that.
people are because some of mine used to follow. It's weird. Like, what the heck? I'm getting minor, bro. I told them, do you know what minor safety is? What am I doing that's endangerment of minors? You have Miranda Cooper on here. She has no arms, but somehow she's showing kids her pussy on FaceTime.
Oh
That
yeah,
makes no sense.
I
How?
saw the I haven't actually seen her since. It's funny that you mentioned that. Yeah, she was like flashing like kids and stuff. Weird shit, man. TikTok is weird. Honestly, it's the weirdest fucking
They
place
pick and
ever.
choose, bro.
Oh yeah, like I
I
said,
got them
it's
to finally leave my
reactionary.
backup account alone. Hmm?
It's like all reactionary. Like if they don't like, part of it too is if
Yeah.
people don't like you, you're gonna get more heat than somebody. If you're somebody who's popular or in the loop, I guess you could say.
Uh, People don't like me for a lot of reasons. It's a new reason every day. Like I got in trouble with the liberal, like the age liberals on TikTok because I wouldn't defend the was it the 15-year-old who tried to set her family on fire, who
Oh,
got 11 years.
I don't even know who that
I
is.
said she should be in the.
Why would you defend that
Oh
girl?
dang.
Did
Well,
you? Or,
long story short, they're trying to play it off as she was mental psychosis. She had ideas doing. That's what she did it. But then you go to then it wasn't a little bit gas. She poured gasoline all over the whole house. She had a
Mhm.
lighter in her hand. She's threatening to set the house on fire to her mom. All of that. But they're trying to play, and then they said that no, he had like mental breakdown. But the
Sure.
family's own like psychologist that they hired to check out their daughter says that your daughter was completely competent. She knew what the she was doing.
Well, I mean,
So I said, I still think she deserves.
even if she
Hmm.
had something wrong with her, like, what the fuck does it matter? That's still insane. I don't. Like, why? What's so wrong with arresting them, putting them in jail, even if it's for life? I mean, like, if sure, maybe she should get some kind of special psychiatric treatment, but how the fuck she like killed? What, she light all her
Yeah,
family on fire? Is that what
I
you
said
said
you
she
could
did?
mental asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she legitimately tried to set them on fire, and it was premeditated. And then I just thought, because the way they're trying to play it, they said, "Oh, she only poured a little bit gasoline on the carpet. She didn't try to light it." In the report, the police say gasoline was all over the floor in the parents' bedroom, even though she didn't try to light it. That's like me saying I got a bomb, I put it on the plane, but I didn't set it off. Why
Yeah,
am I going to
right.
jail? What
It's
the fuck?
crazy. No, but it's crazy that like when we're having these conversations nowadays, it's not about like the subtleties anymore. It's like so like black and white. It's like, oh, like it's either she goes to jail or she doesn't, kind of a thing, rather than like, oh, maybe she deserves like a lesser sentence, but she's still out of her fucking
Yeah,
mind. But people like always try to defend it as like if the person's as innocent as possible. We're seeing that way too much nowadays. It's crazy.
exactly. I just had to get on one of those white savior complex people because she posted a photo of a guy that has a death penalty.
That has a what?
And I say, it's like, if you need to show that he doesn't do. So he's getting a penalty. I think January 2021. So my fans were telling me, oh, could you speak on this so you can help him out? You get me? Like, bring awareness. So I'm like, you know what? Let me look up what he did first before I freaking you get me?
Sure,
I
yeah.
look up this man murdered 13 people in 30 days. He stabbed someone 85 times and he shot 16 people. I'm like, why? Why am I going
What?
to?
Yeah, what the
Why
fuck?
am I going to advocate for his freedom?
Yeah,
Why,
right.
why am I going to advocate for his freedom? They said, oh, he has a mental disorder, intellectual disorder, something like that. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro, I'm
you
not trying
get
to hear that
well,
shit. He killed 10
too.
people in 30 days.
Yeah, no, well, these intellectual disorders are also like such a loose like term. A lot of times it seems like when people talk about like developmental disabilities or intellectual disorders, they're very vague about it a lot of the times, and they just kind of use those as like, oh,
Yeah.
he was innocent because he has this. And it like it really gets down to this conversation. It's like, what point do we stop justifying people's like really bad behavior because of something that happened in their past? I mean, like I understand it. People have different upbringings. You might be more likely to do something if you had like a worse upbringing. But like, when do we get to the point? It's like,
Mm,
okay, this is like unacceptable, and that's where like we really need to focus on.
like with the Bernard case, like the way I seen it, yeah, I know where people's standpoint is, reform, people shouldn't like get the penalty. When I thought about it, I said, you guys thinking too loosely about it, because that was your mom who was set on fire in a car. You wouldn't care who shot her, who helped, who had the littlest part. They all were a part of it. You would want all of them dead. You get me? And then two is like, it's like at least the first. It's like the only reason the other people didn't get it was because they were underage. Me,
Right?
I
Yeah.
said, you know what? I wouldn't care for that underage jump, because when I was 14, because I know probably you see me sometimes talk about my past and how I used to do, like, bad shit
Hmm.
before I changed myself. But when I was bad and I was doing shit when I was doing like things I had no business doing, not one time in my mind I said, hey, let's go rob, kidnap a family, shoot them, and then set the car on fire.
Right. Yeah. No, it's obviously
What the like?
it's not even funny, but it's like, yeah,
But
no, it's like a whole gang affiliation thing. It was a very complicated, like, big situation. And like that situation was crazy because I lost like a lot of followers over that. And I was probably too blunt, but it's like, when you come from that like more harsher worldview, it's like, bro, I'm more worried about those two people who were murdered than like the person who's going away for the murder. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I was coming from more than anything else. But there's a lot of very sensitive people on TikTok.
it's a rule. I tell people all the time, it's a rule. It's like, people do stuff, the consequences of what's gonna happen if you come me. So don't start crying for forgiveness afterwards if you know when, because you don't tell me to go doing the things I was doing. One day, by one of these people, right,
Hmm. Oh shit.
catch a bullet, and my mom and I feels that. I see one wife from just for them be like, yo, bro, shut the fuck. I mean, shut up. you guys clearly just going off of perspective, like what you see on the internet. You don't know how deep it is below.
Hmm. Are you on Wi-Fi or anything?
Yeah.
Oh shit, because I'm getting like there's a lot of
Is
lag
my
going
Wi-Fi
on.
getting bad?
Yeah, it's like going back and forth, going
I think
crazy.
it's probably my location. Let me see. Uh, is this better?
I think so. Yeah. Okay, so what were you just saying?
Oh, so I say that when I see these white saviors get on TikTok trying to defend people for crimes and stuff, I'd be like, when you go on the street doing street stuff, it's an automatic rule. Everybody knows if you get caught and you die, you have nobody else's fault but yourself to blame.
Hmm.
You get me? So when I see them on TikTok trying to defend them, oh, mental disability this, mental disability that, I'm like, there's real people out here who actually probably didn't do a crime that we should be looking at before you start worrying about a dude that killed 20 people and oh, it just happens that he has like an intellectual disability. Freaking
Right. Yeah.
being a psychopath is a freaking mental disability. We finna free all the psychopaths?
Yeah, right. No, it's like it's always like if they focus on it right when they get to that point. It's like, well, because I know, I don't know, these situations are so fucked. But yeah, no, it's just like I just feel like you get to a certain point where you do something that's like so wrong that like it doesn't really matter what you have at the end of the day. You're still a threat to society.
Facts. It's just out of pocket. Right. It's like we really gotta see. A lot of us it's not many of us commentators on TikTok left, if you
No,
notice.
people are fading off of it. Yeah, they're getting no, like a lot of them like just kind of like disappeared. Even Joe Rogan
Mm-hmm.
doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot anymore.
Joro became a dancer on TikTok. That blew me.
Yep.
All right. As he got that verification for dancing and stuff, he let it go. Like he doesn't commentate no more
No,
whatsoever.
he doesn't. He started. Let's see. He's got a video on the 12/17 on his main account. And then let's see. His secondary account 16. Oh, he's still going back and forth with the vegan teacher. I don't really get it. I don't know what the hell
They still going back, bro. I wanted to make a
so
video on the
boring.
vegan teacher, but I was just like, man, Joe Rogan already on this girl case. Just best to leave it alone. The vegan teacher somehow probably has some type of like deal with TikTok because she done made videos comparing rape to animals being breeded,
Yeah, right.
comparing abuse. Like
Well,
I'm like,
it's
yo,
what I guess because I understand what she's saying. I think she has a kind of a good point when like you get through all the bullshit. Like she's making the arguments like, yeah, you kind of need to keep animals pregnant in order to, get their milk and whatnot. And it's like a decent message. The problem is that like it goes away once she starts comparing like black people to animals and shit. And like she compares veganism to like to like homosexuality where like people are getting killed for it. And it's like,
yeah.
dude, you're missing the mark when you get that crazy. And I get it, she's probably doing it for the views because people hate it. But it's still, I really don't know how it seems like she hasn't had a single video pulled down
Nope.
for what she does.
She's been people still keep trying to break into her house and steal her dog. I'm still stuck on that.
Really?
People still keep trying to get her dog.
That's fucking great. She has 1.5 million followers. Holy shit. I guess good for her. Her ratios are terrible though, with like her like to view ratio.
Because all those followers were basically people who just wanted to see how much dumb shit she was gonna say. You
Oh
feel me?
yeah.
So they could, but now that she's become boring, it's like at some point you die off. That's why
Well,
when I was about to make this.
she never really got a ton of views on her videos. It was like she'd have some huge views on some videos where she would go back and forth. It's just like because she has decent
You
views, I
stole
feel
my
like.
cup.
From
You stole my cup.
from a dollar store, bro. Oh, look at
What's
that.
that?
It's from the dollar store. My regular Papa Gut mug is dirty, so I'm washing it. So I just grabbed the regular cup.
Got you.
She has
But yeah,
decent traction on her fucking videos. It's actually crazy.
it makes no sense how crazy
I
things
wonder if
are.
she's making money on it or if she just like is out of the creator fund. I can't really peg this
I
woman.
made
She's
some good money off the creator fund when I was going back and forth with that M Mills dude and all that.
oh yeah.
After I had made that threat to them and all that. But to be honest, I probably shouldn't have let my temper slide that day.
Oh, I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, my temper got the best of me that day. But like my fans know that I'm like I try my best to keep calm with certain situations, but it's some things that like trigger my temperament. But I was trying, but yeah, I'm just like, oh yeah. So my friends were telling me, because after I lost my 850K, I really didn't see no point of doing TikTok no more. I really was about to
Right.
stop.
Yeah. It's got to be frustrating
But
as fuck. Yeah.
literally, I made that account only in a month, and I'm already at 250K on the account.
That's
So it's
good.
like, it's like I guess like how some people are able to adapt. Like you could change up content so it doesn't get boring.
Yeah. Right.
I think that's what me and you basically do. I think that's why a lot of commentators are disappearing. After
Yeah.
a while, people just start getting tired of
Well, yeah, no.
what they yeah.
Well, the summer is over. People are going back to work now. And like Donald Trump lost, and I know it sounds silly, but people aren't as riled up. So, like there's slight shifts. Like I try to do a little more of like the comedy stuff that I was doing, and then stick to some commentating. It kind of depends on the day what people are feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've seen so many people just like disappear from like from the whole commentary field in general. It's just
Like
like over
Weezy.
now. Yeah, him.
He told me he already told me straight up. He's done. He said it's too boring. Like he doesn't
Yeah,
know content. Because Yeezy was more on the political side than he was just like normal commentating. You get me?
yeah, right.
I'm more me. I think the reason my content stays like active is solely because I don't only speak on one thing. Like like 1 minute I'll probably be speaking about white versus black. The next minute I'll be talking about racism towards Asians or just commentating on simple BS that has no
Yeah, like
business.
social issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like
that's usually where I
that's
try to sit on there too. It's like more social issues side.
I think Joe might never fall off. You know what I'm talking
Who's that? Joe
about?
Bartolozoli?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
never fall off.
Joe's a fucking he's because you know what it is. It's like that funny yelling reactionary stuff that's like kind of simple, but it's like
Yeah,
works really well. He's a smart guy. You know,
yeah,
he's got a good hold on his platform. Um,
facts. That-
he definitely is like he's got it, man. Like I'm envious of
mm,
that. It's, at least it's good for him. Honestly, um, but even like so, it's so hard to get like for me to even get like any type of sponsorship. It's like fucking ridiculous. But I know
mm-hmm.
he's got like some solid sponsorships. But yeah, good for him. Because I know like
No,
even like the non-political TikTokers like like Curly, I don't know if you know Mr. Bruno, Curly Daddy,
yeah,
like they're struggling too because like it's struggling with like staying fresh but also enjoying your content because that's another thing is like actually enjoying the content you make is a whole it's a fucking issue too because you can really burn out making shit that like you just don't care about anymore.
yeah, facts. Yeah, Mr. Bruno. They always commenting, "Oh, you failed, you failed," and now that he's like his political views are coming into light, they're even more like
Oh, for
upset.
Mr. Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. I should try to get him on at some point. But yeah, no, like people, and then like, he's burning out too. People are burning the fuck out. This app fucks you up, man. You get so much hate that like people like they get really like intimidated and they just start staying away from like the platform. It's fucking
Yeah.
nuts.
A lot of creators actually DM me and ask me, "How do you deal with all the hate?" I told them I just have I don't give a attitude. Like it's like at the end of when if you cannot understand the difference between real life and social media, then you'll
Hmm.
never survive. They can comment, they hate you, you're this, you're that, they wish you were dead on social media all they want. But in reality, none of them are ever gonna come up to you and tell you this in your
Oh
face.
yeah, no. It's just crazy because I know every once in a while I lose my cool. Like I lost my cool over some videos. Some like I made a video
Mm,
based about the patriotism one. I just lost it because it's so annoying. And like I shouldn't have lost it the way I did, but it's like annoying because like you got people who are always up your ass. It doesn't matter what you say, even if they agree with you mostly. They try to shit on you on like these little subtle like little things. And it's like,
facts.
dude, just shut up and like just shut. You're literally just like posturing on the internet to try to like look fucking like people dislike me so you're just like,
Hmm.
oh, look, he did a bad thing. He did. It's like, dude, like, shut up. Like, you just didn't even listen. And so I lost it a little bit. I'm getting to a point where I gotta, when people, I don't even really look at videos anymore when that I get duetted or like mentioned in. It's like not even
Yeah,
really
yeah,
worth
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You
When you
just
get a
can't.
certain amount of following, sometimes you can't even look at your mentions all the time because
Mhm.
like even though that's where your fans are tagging you in videos, majority sometimes it's like hate. It's dumb stuff. It's just pure
Yeah,
hate.
like over everything, and then like sitting there watching like a minute long video about how you're wrong, but it's out of context. Like, oh my god, you just have to stay away. That's what I'm trying to do. Just stay the fuck away from it because it's just so. It's just it's toxic, and like I know it's funny because people were like, you create. They're like, Papa God, you started it. You started this whole 1 minute hot take like back and forth shitting on people thing, and I'm like, I guess I did. But now I'm tired of it.
Hmm.
Now I want to kill it because it's like so stupid. Like when you're really trying to have like during the summer, I feel like everything was so basic. Like there wasn't a lot of nuance, I guess. But now we're having like these in-depth conversations, and it's like you can't 1 minute hot take something. That's I don't know.
Anymore. Yeah,
It's
and
like,
some videos actually will take like freaking 2, 3 videos to talk
yeah,
on.
maybe I should start doing parts on my videos, like part 3, why this
Hmm.
exists. Maybe I'll do that. Who the fuck?
Well,
I guess that's a new
since
way
you're
to go.
verified, you might get the 3-minute one. So
Yeah, I wonder if and when they're ever going to do that. I should look into that. And I wonder if it's even a good idea. Cuz like
they're the real reason they're doing it is because YouTube Shorts is on their ass. YouTube Shorts about to be on their ass
oh,
soon.
YouTube
I,
Shorts, huh? What is that?
mhm. Oh yeah. Oh, I've been looking it up. Basically, it's the alternative to TikTok. Yeah, they already said they were gonna make one, but they actually monetize your views like YouTube. So you get paid like YouTube money for your little 30-second
Get the fuck
video.
out of here.
I promise you. Look it up. And right
I'm
now,
looking it up.
they already dropped the the beta and all that in India and Europe and all that, and the people making bank. Look it up. They making bank with they YouTube Shorts.
Maybe I'll just start putting TikToks on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Can you actually do this in America yet?
Nah, they says dropping in 2021.
Fuck, because I'll just take some TikToks and I'll put them on YouTube Shorts.
That's what I said.
Because it's hard to get monetized. Because I'm already monetized on the platform, but it's hard to get monetized on like a minute-long video. But if you see like Roma Army shit on on YouTube, she actually gets like a ton of views on like some of her like 1 minute hot takes. It's actually
Yeah,
pretty
facts.
good. Good for her. She's doing a lot better than I think people understand.
Oh yeah, Roman Martin making a lot of money.
Like she makes
There's no.
she makes like $100,000 a year solely on Patreon. That's not on.
Yeah.
That is nothing else included. So good for her, man. She knows how to monetize her platform. Smart. She's a very smart young woman. So
Get it
yeah,
into the
no,
graph.
yeah, over here.
What's your take on the Jeff Bezos thing that's been going around?
Which one
Like,
is that?
so basically, everyone's upset because they said that Jeff Bezos isn't using his money to end world hunger, and that no person in America deserves that much money. They're
Well,
saying that his workers should make as much as he does because they're actually doing the work at
oh
Amazon while
well,
he's
yeah.
living
We're
his
again.
life.
It's like the whole communism thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm a capitalist, I don't know if you know by now. I'm a capitalist that like believes in like building better like ground floors of poverty, through like
Mm-hmm.
universal basic income, universal health care, like with a private option, prison reform, drug reform. Those are things I'm all on. I think that first of all, if anybody thinks that like charity works, they're like a little ignorant. Like people aren't going to donate their money to good causes. Like it's just kind of the reality. Obviously, he couldn't he couldn't just liquidate all of his assets and just give out $30 billion. Like he doesn't have the
They
money.
believe he really has
Yeah,
$100 billion in the bank. I'm like, bro, come on now.
no, he can't liquidate his assets. But like the reason he's worth so much is because Amazon's worth so much, and the reason Amazon is worth so much is partly it's a really good idea, but then also they underpay their workers and they don't pay their taxes like at all. So
Mm-hmm.
it really comes down to more of a question of like getting them to pay their taxes and what we need to do. So for me, like I'm for some form of like decent wealth redistribution that still maintains capitalism, because I think capitalism is mostly working. But like this idea, like no, he can't just sell all of his Amazon shares and then just donate it to ending world hunger and yada yada yada. But most
Mm-hmm.
people saying this are fucking communist kids who they're not people who are like hey, listen, we need like slow reform. There are people that are like, hey, we need to like destroy the system and then we need to rebuild it in kind of communism. And it's like it's not going to work. It's
They say they want socialism, but then when they say socialism, the way they talk about it sound like communism. I'm like,
yeah,
bro,
right. Yeah. Well, mostly socialism is like a step towards communism. I think that like the best socialism version that I've seen is like social democracy, like democratic socialists. Makes a
mm-hmm.
little bit more sense. It's still a little too much for me because again, like I'm a capitalist. I'm fine with like people owning private like land. I'm fine with businesses like running their own shit. I'm fine with profits. That's like another thing that comes with like capitalism. I'm fine with profits. I just think that there's like there can be inherent abuse in these systems, and you just have to offset them. We don't have to do anything
Yeah.
crazy. Like things are working. They just need to be working a little bit better. But people don't like that. They just say capitalism is inherently evil. It'll never get better. And it's like, well, nothing is perfect.
It be the teenagers that got that be in a house full of a whole bunch of money that be saying that shit.
Yeah. I
That's what be
know it is.
blowing.
You're right. It's a bunch of kids
That's
who.
what be blowing me about it. I be like, yo, cause when I be looking it up and then I actually go on their Instagram, I'm like, you have daddy's money and you're talking and you're speaking like it's like I feel like it's like those kids that try to stray from their parents because they're upset. Parent, mom and dad never be around and stuff like that. Like they're trying to break out. That's how I be feeling it. It comes off
No,
as,
it's like
especially.
it's a lot of kids. It seems to be a lot of young. I mean, I would say mostly white kids who just they're very comfortable and they think that like that somehow can be like reached out to the entire world. They're very entitled. Like I
Mm-hmm.
really, and they just can't even explain, like they can't explain their mentality. Like they'll say like, hey, I read all like 5 books on communism. It's like, oh great, let's start from like the bottom. And you ask some simple things. It's like, how do I get somebody to be a janitor? Or no, how do I
Mm-hmm.
get somebody to be a garbage man? Because nobody wants to do that. And a lot of times they're like, no, 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 people will want to be garbage men. I'm like, no, they won't. If you told me that everybody's valued the same in society, I'm gonna do the least amount of work possible. And that's a very human trait, to be as lazy as possible.
Exactly. Who would want to go to school for 8 years
Yeah.
to become a doctor just to make the same amount of bread as a McDonald's worker?
And that's the thing. And then they say like, oh no, 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 that's not how it works. And it almost sounds like we're oversimplifying it. And then
Mm-hmm.
people are just like meme you. It's like, oh, that's your argument. But it's like, yeah, like the problem is that like your way of life can't get past the ground floor, like basic shit. Like how do you get people to do particular jobs? How do you value more people more in society? How do you get
Mm-hmm.
things done? How do you come up with like innovative ideas? How do you like streamline work? Does a manager get paid more or not paid, valued more than like a grunt worker? Then why would I be a manager if I don't? And oftentimes, the thing that makes me the most angry about any of these things isn't the mentality. It's always, well, it depends on. They'll say this. They'll say, well, it depends on what the society wanted to do. And a lot of communists don't really have like a worldview on how their communism would work. It's mostly a very vague idea of communism, but they won't be like, hey, this is how my ideal society runs. They don't do that. They'll be like, oh, it depends on what the society wants. Like they just completely pivot around talking about it. And it's frustrating and annoying.
I just I really just try to ignore it. Like right now, it's not even like what you just said when you said it's the white kids. Look, it's so funny because like when something gets called out for racism, like you know that joke where the black kid was supposed to race the cop and then the cop said, "Oh, we got a black dad." Yeah,
That was funny, man. I thought it was
yeah.
funny.
So I see. So someone made a video and sent it to one of the crew rooms on Instagram saying it was racist. The minute I posted, every white kid, like white boy, is on there saying that I promise you it was a white girl.
Bro,
I know a white
it's
girl was
that
talking.
the white woman moment. That's like
What?
that's my favorite meme in chat, to be honest with you. White women moment.
Yo, I'm like, dang, dang, that is a problem when even the own race itself sees that, yeah, okay. So the white women with the blue hair are the ones that's doing this. They're the ones crying about it. We know.
Oh yeah. It's so funny though. That was a funny video. I mean, you know that like obviously they're in on it. It's almost funny because like one of the issues I'd say with just interactions with police versus anybody is like the fact that like there's no community interaction. But, like, you see right there that these cops and these, like, kids are, like, interacting, like, in a positive light,
Mhm.
and they're joking around, and, like, I guarantee
Mhm.
you that that's gonna reduce the crime rates in those areas because 'cause they're not gonna want to or at the very least, it's gonna like, they're not gonna be disrespectful towards cops, if there even is crime in the area. But, like, you know what I'm saying, like, there needs to be, like, police
Yeah.
interaction. There needs to be, like, positive community interactions with police.
We had I had good interactions with the cops at my school. So but that was like more towards my 11th, 12th grade year because when I was younger, I hated them. I hated them so bad. We used to literally get like they used to catch us trying to sneak out of school and stuff. I used to get mad. But then when I hit like 11, 12, they actually saved me from not going to jail a couple of times cuz my temper cuz I'm bipolar. So like my temper used to get off the roof for like, simple shit. You get me?
Oh,
So
really?
like yeah,
I
yeah.
guess I've
So
been
like when
there,
they
yeah.
called him, like I'll curse out the teacher. I remember one day I said some crazy shit to this one teacher, and it was so messed up. Like I thought I was gonna get expelled. They she called security, the police. They came. They looked at me. They're like, of course it's you. Come here, come here, come here. They got me. They said, bro, you really trying to get expelled? You're a senior now. Just relax. Ignore her. All right, we're gonna help you out. We will get you into a different class. You feel me? You
Mhm.
don't gotta apologize. You don't gotta talk to her no more. Just try to do better. And then I graduated, and ever since then, they still keep tabs on me too, making sure that I'm still on the right track and stuff.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's definitely going above and beyond. Um, yeah, but, white women moment. Uh So I know what the hell was it? I know that you had talked about it on TikTok for like just you made a video about it where
Mhm.
like somebody was making somebody had made a profile of you on some type of
Yeah.
dating app.
So it's on Monkey and it's on Omingo. So someone is pretending to be me on both of the apps,
Hmm.
like picking up little 12-year-old, 10-year-old girls, telling them that I'm trying to mess around with them, like I'm trying to be with them. So then like you see in that screenshot, the girl said he doesn't show his face. All he does is like show his genitals or something and be like, hey, if you wanna message me, this is my Instagram. I'll follow you back. Or he seduced them by saying, "Oh, you don't know you're talking to a famous person? Look at my followers on TikTok. Look at my Instagram." And they go DM me like literally. I know it's still going on because
Right.
literally like yesterday night, 15 girls added me on Instagram, and all of them were like little girls. I know they little girl. I see BLM in the bio. I'm already thinking. I already know. I already know. I know. So then
BLM in the
I'm just like,
bio. That's how you know they're young little kids, right?
yup. That's how it is now at this point. You feel me? Before, if someone had BLM in their bio, you know they were doing it for the movement. Now,
Yeah, right.
any little white girl you see with BLM in her bio, you know she's like 14, 15. She just screaming ACAB kill all men. All men are pedophiles. I ain't got time for it, bro.
Charlie D'Amelio's,
Mm-hmm.
like she still has it in there. People make fun of her. It's like you could take it out now. Like you don't have to keep it in. It's so funny. But yeah, no, that's like really fucked up. I would just try to contact him and not give it too much attention because, like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on, but like, you have like that plausible deniability. You spoke out against it, like, you know what I mean. It's still
Mm-hmm.
gross, and it's ridiculous. But maybe Gemini, maybe the real Gemini is the one doing it, and he's showing people.
Someone told me that. I said they better stop. I said
Uh,
because my friends in Jacksonville keep almost seeing him. Like they keep because he'll post and they'll see where he is and they try to go find him. It's like
oh
a
my
manhunt for him
god.
right now.
Why would
People don't.
he? Why is he still on? So I don't know. Whatever. It's just I don't think anybody would. I think he was trying to test the waters about a month ago and saying like, "Oh, I might be back," but I just don't think that it's just not the place for him anymore. Like after all that fucked up shit, and like you know what, it's not even like his life is really ruined. Like go get a regular job, go to school. Like you can
Yeah,
be.
finish college. You just weren't meant for social media because you clearly because what made this is what made it bad. The way I see it is like this. The thing when I heard about in Florida, at first the first time when I had it in Florida, he was like, "Oh, I ain't know her age." I had sympathy for him because if you ever been to Florida, Papa Gut,
Yeah, it's fucked up over in
15 year
Florida.
olds be getting in the club, bro. 15
Yeah,
year olds
you
be
had
getting into
mentioned that.
21-year-old cups, bro. It's messed up. Like as long as you look adult, like girls know how to do makeup now, bro. I'm about to do a TikTok about it because I'll scroll it. 'Cause every time I scroll to my search feed, and I see this one girl like in some lingerie, and I'm like, oh, who this? I click on it.
Is it a fucking 15-year-old
16,
girl?
graduating,
It's
graduating
crazy.
2023.
Dude, it's
So,
nuts. No, there's a it's and it's hard to talk about. Like it's hard to say. It's crazy how toxic TikTok is because they promote this shit. But it's like, there's two sides to it. There's a side where there's like legitimate like adult predators, and then there's just a
hmm
side where like young girls are trying to like push themselves in a way that would attract older men. Like, when you're 16 years old, putting makeup on, dressing in like sexualized clothing. And then if you say that, though, God forbid you say that, you're like a social pariah because now women should be able to do whatever they want. And like there is like an OnlyFans culture on TikTok. It's
it is.
insane. It's like there's just like a
I
whole OnlyFans side of TikTok. And if you're a young
I
kid
had
and you
to
get
get
pulled into that,
on. I had to get on this one little, I guess, alternative girl, or whatever. If I think I still got the video. I was planning on reposting it because I posted it on my old account before it got taken down. So basically, she was telling stories about how she f rappers and NFL players. How she has an older sister that looks exactly like her.
I know what you're
When
talking
it's
about.
yeah,
Yeah.
she takes it. So I'm like,
Story time. If you're
you're admitting that
Fuck.
you've been lying to grown men smashing them. And now, if he goes to jail, now if he gets
story time.
mad or
If
he
you're not
finds
18,
sees
keep.
this video, you're gonna expose him, and his life is
I
gonna be
think
ruined.
I think
Then
it's
she tried to backtrack and say, "Oh no, all of them knew my age. I was just making content." And I'm like, "Oh
yeah,
nope,
yeah, you're
there you
talking
go with
about
that backtracking BS. I don't got time for it."
you're talking about
But yeah, with
TYB
Gemini,
Syria or something like
but
that.
then more and more females start coming out. Two girls say he you heard about after playlists of, I guess, that last year, they said that he raped them or something. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, this
yeah.
man bugging.
No, it's see the thing with Gemini was okay. So like it was so much because I remember at first it was like he was 20 and he was starting with the 16-year-old, and I was like, it's a little uncomfortable, but like it's legal, and he didn't say
Mhm.
anything super aggressive. Fine. Then after
Mhm.
that came out, like I spoke out against it. Ruby ended up getting like a lot of heat for it. A different girl that was
Mhm.
15 stepped up, and like he was 19, she was 15. So I stayed out of it for a little bit. But then as I
Mhm.
looked into it, it got like uncomfortable. Like it's one of those things where like if you're 19 and you sleep with a 15-year-old, it's like really gross socially. It's still kind of probably legal, but like okay, like if you accept, if you go, okay, like I didn't know or I fucked up and I'm
Mhm.
sorry. It's like okay, you can move through that, and I think that's kind of like what kind of happened with Tony Lopez a little bit, where like he fucked up and like he said sorry and he stopped, right? So like I was like okay, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like you're still a dumb kid in like a dumb kid space, and that's kind of how I was with Gemini. But then it got like worse. Like the instead of the apology, it was like this gaslighting, like victim
Yeah,
blaming
he
shit.
blaming her. He started blaming her for it.
Yeah. And then it came out that like he was telling people he was going to kill himself if they didn't interact with him. He was telling girls that he was a big creator and that he'd get them to Hype House if they would come over and hang out with them. Then he
He got
was like
expelled from school. I know you seen that
he got
mugshot where he
for
got.
like battery or assault or whatever.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
broke inside a girl's room and tried to sexually assault her. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro,
He was
this
like
man.
sitting in there. He was creepy. He sexually assaulted a drunk girl.
Hmm.
It's like, dude, this is like much worse. And then when people were talking about like Tony Lopez, I didn't try to cancel him because it's like, okay, it's a dumb kid doing dumb shit, but like he stopped. And I know that sounds like weird, but it's like there's a difference between a predator and a fucking dumb kid. And it's like if you apologize and you move on and you stop fucking around with like girls, it's like fine, especially since he's 20. It's not like he's EDP 29 years old fucking around 15-year-olds. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah, he's
totally different
21.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I know that they're all the like when he was 19, 20, they were all
Yeah.
16. It's like it's gross, but like whatever. It's like you can apologize and move forward. But Gemini was like a different breed, man. Gemini was a different fucking breed.
Zoe Laverne still mess with that little 13-year-old.
Dude,
No, well, they say he's 10. So I'm
I
confused.
think
They
he's
say he's
13. I heard the
13.
10 allegations, but like nothing substantiates it. It's still gross though, and it kills me that like he's 13, she's 19, and it blows my mind that the parents allowed them to become best friends. Like if it was my 19-year-old daughter or my 13-year-old son, I would never let them hang out.
Exactly. She literally still goes on his lives. She got him the sensational bracelet. You know what that is?
No,
So
God, what?
so it's gonna make you uncomfortable. So basically, it vibrates to your partner's touch.
No, I don't like
So
that.
if she
That's
if
not
she
real.
act
Can you show
if
me
she
that?
look it up. Yeah, look it up. It's
Oh my God,
um
what the
um
fuck?
what's it called? Sensation. I think your
Hold on.
fans should know. It's like a sensation bracelet or partner bracelet. It vibrates to your partner's touch. So whatever she does with her body, like she's touching or something, it moves. It's supposed to mimic your partner's touch. It's like a partnership relationship bracelet.
Yeah, okay. They have matching bracelets. Then they have like she puts the picture of the two of them behind her phone. I'm looking at it right now. This is a little old, but it's like a month old.
Yeah.
Um, bro, I don't understand it. I would fucking beat her if it was my daughter. I don't like. I don't get it. And like that's the craziest thing is like, and her mom is I think her mom's the worst because her mom's like they're best friends. Like it's not a big deal. It's like, dude, she's 6 years older than this kid. Like that is like grooming 101. Like she's getting ready for this kid to be old enough to fuck. And it's like, it's just crazy. I don't
That
and
photo had leaked of her giving him top, but she tried to deny it wasn't him, but then he said it was him, so then
did
everybody
he?
got
I
confused.
just stayed away from that. I don't even know. I don't even want to like. It's like at a point where I don't even want to like investigate it. You know what I mean? It just gets
Yeah, it's
disgusting.
something you just gonna investigate, like the 13, like the 10-year-old girl that's on TikTok right now, showing off her nudes and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
didn't look into that. My fans keep giving me the ad. I'm
people
like,
were
I'm not
like,
clicking on the ad.
yeah, people were like, oh, take a look, Bob, make a video, and it's like I debated on it, but I'm like, if I do, my comments are gonna be spam tagged with her. That's what happened. People were making videos, and then like their comments were getting spam tagged.
They
And like
want they want me to make a video. I'm like, bro, I can't genuinely click on her profile, see that, just so y'all can say Freak literally went and go look at CP. No,
yeah,
no, no, no,
yeah,
no.
no,
Y'all not gonna catch me on that one. I'm not
it's
taking the
it's
L.
frustrating to talk about these issues sometimes because it gets to you, man. Like when you're talking about this shit, it really fucks you up sometimes, man. You get really into it, and you're like not into it, but like you get in the situation, and then you get like
Yeah,
really burnt out, and you're like, oh my god, because it's like shit. This shit's gross. It really like takes a toll on you. It's fucking crazy. Um,
it's mad crazy. I just keep. But they said she keep making new profiles. She's doing private videos with people now and
well,
all that.
always did she? I was about to say, I wonder if it's even like a young girl or if it's like some dude that's trying to be like really
No, it's like a
gross.
real 10-year-old girl. Like she done showed her body. She done did videos. I'm just like, yo, I pray they find out who she is and tell her parents because she bugging. She bugging bad, bro. She's tripping. Like
Yeah,
and then people,
it's like that
man,
baby Ashley girl, like where she was like making really sexualized content, and it's like, her why aren't your parents stopping you? Like you're like 13 in like lingerie. I don't get it. And like, and then again, like if you're on TikTok, it happens a lot where if you say, "Hey, girls, stop sexualizing yourselves. You're young," you get like fucking alt girls and like like feminists like going
they
like,
get
"Oh,
upset.
you stop sexualizing her," and it's like, dude, like what?
That's what I don't understand. I'm like, okay. I tell them, okay, so if you wear lingerie, which was meant for sex, how am I the one sexualizing you?
Yeah,
Like
no,
that
it's
makes
just
no
sexualized
sense.
clothing.
It was made for that. You get me?
No,
So
yeah,
like,
no. Clothing has sexualization. Like it's like, dude, I always do this. Like, would you put a baby in lingerie? And they're like, no. It's like, well, why? If it's why? Because it's sexy clothing. You don't put kids in sexy clothing. It's disgusting. And what's gonna happen? And this is always what happens. It's a lot of older men that are the ones that speak out against it, and then they're
mhm.
like, "Oh, you're a predator." It's like, no, I know. I just know how disgusting some men can be. Like, I'm trying to protect you from like what you would keep saying are the bad men, but then you won't like. You want to talk about being an ally to like this situation. Like, that's how you're an ally by like being like,
Like the
"Hey,
girl who got mad at her stepdad because stepdad told her to stop walking around the house in
bro,
panties.
it's
And she said, "Stop
so
sexualizing me."
stupid."
I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
I said something else. It's like, dude, listen, like you're in clothing that's sexual, right? And like it's not that your dad wants to sleep with you, it's that your dad doesn't want to see you like that. Like it's disgusting. And like it's just like, oh well, my brother can walk around in his underwear. It's like your brother's wearing boxers. If you were walking around in boxers, it's different too,
That's
but you're
different.
not. You're walking around in fucking booty shorts. It's not the same thing, whether you like it or not.
He wouldn't be okay with your brother walking out with his thing out, so I'm confused.
That's what
You
I'm
get
saying.
me?
Yeah, no. If he had like this like package, just like really tight underwear, like on his package, yeah, no,
And
it's the
what my
same
mom made
thing.
me stop wearing tidy whities because of that. My mom like, oh no,
Yeah,
you too old for tidy whities. Put some boxes on. No games.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. 100%. Makes perfect sense. Like, it's what you should do. And it's like, and it's like, it's his household. And it's like the mom's household too. But then just like, well, then my mom makes the money. And it's like, bro, like, that's their relationship, but it's still his household. It's his and her household. And it's like,
Don't some girls get abused by their moms because of situations like that? I found because you ever heard of girls who actually come and say their mom like attacks them because because or like tells them stop wearing this type of clothing in the house
oh,
because
yeah.
the mom is because there's some moms who get jealous of their daughters. Like if
Really?
it's not their if it's not their I remember back then there was a video like that. Dang, it was a black girl. She basically her mom would abuse her and stuff because like say she have a bra on or something
Mm-hmm.
and she thinks her stepdad's not home and he is on accident. The mom sees it. The mom like beats her, says you're trying to take my man, all that other stuff. It's really fucked
Well,
up.
that's a whole other topic because like I feel
Yeah,
like they're when it comes to stepdads too, like I don't know, it's like it's yeah, I guess where it
mm,
gets disgusting. I can understand that, like wanting,
yeah,
but like not beating your kid, but like some men are disgusting. Um,
yeah. Facts. It's just crazy out of pocket. Like um, I really think parents should start listening to their kids though. When kids start coming out saying that, hey, he's touching me or something like that. You
mhm.
get me? Because I hate when I hear kids tell me their parents, their mom would be like, no, he would never do such a thing or something. I'm like, why would your child lie?
Yeah, no, it's true because I have like I don't want to get too into it, but like that's a
Yeah,
situation that's like in like a partner of mine has a similar situation, and it's like it's
yeah,
bizarre how the moms will like defend their like partners more than their own kid. It's such a foreign thing to me because like if my mom ever heard something like that, she would like it doesn't even matter if it was true. She would be like, "Boop, I done." Like you know what I mean? It's like one of those
yeah.
things
I
where
got
like
you.
you believe your fucking kid first, and then you
Facts.
just disconnect. But like I don't know, a lot of
The
bad
dads, you
parents.
notice it's the dads that always believe the kid though. The dad, like when it comes to like, if a daughter goes up to her dad and say, "Hey, stepdad, touch me," say less. I don't care if it's true or not. I'm coming over.
Yeah,
I'm
right,
coming
right.
right
It's
now.
like I don't give a
You
fuck.
said.
Like no, yeah. It's that's true. I don't know. I guess because there's like I don't know. Maybe like maybe it's because like single moms feel like they can't get like a person to fuck them, so they just like want to hold on to it and like deny everything so they don't lose their. I don't know what it is. I mean, because like
Facts.
single mothers are generally seen as like less valuable than single fathers, and but like
Did you by
still,
chance get to see that video? I can't find his username. It's blowing me. I'm gonna send you the link of it from Instagram.
uh
So it's a dude. It's a So basically, it's a black dude in a car, and he's saying, "Oh, men that are above 21, you need to put in your mindset that every girl is a hoe." Now listen to what I mean by that. He says, when I say that, you need to automatically put in your mind that you're not gonna know a girl body count all the damn time.
hmm
You like more if you actually like she'll tell you she got five, but you gotta actually think about it. If she's been doing this since 16, she's had two bodies since 16, and now she's 26. She's at 20 bodies, bro. Just
yeah,
stop
she's
worrying
probably
about
got
it.
a.
Yeah,
Okay, is that his message? Like, hey, don't even worry about it anymore.
yeah, but they took it more as he's trying to say all women are hoes, like ignore them, etc., etc. This
Yeah.
that. But he's saying that I'm just letting it be known. Cause what 20-year-old? Cause I've met girls who are like my age, 21,
hmm
and they'll tell me straight up, I got 30. And in my head, I'm like,
Sounds like a lot. Holy sh.
whoa. Then they try to hit me with that, oh, why does the body count matter if a man body count doesn't matter? I said, hey, no. Hear me out. I'll tell a girl my body count. If she chooses not to mess with me, that's okay. I understand.
Sure,
Because it's
yeah,
something because there's something called diseases, dude. Every person you sleep with that who that person has slept with in the past.
it's
So
true.
30 bodies, it's like a maybe a 13% chance you might have caught that shit. I don't want to die.
No, I
I'm just keeping
completely
it honest.
understand that. I think that when it comes to that guy's message, I mean, like, okay, so what it sounds like he's saying is like he's just saying like, hey, like, don't worry about a woman's body count because you never know what it
Mm-hmm.
is, and what. That's a fair message. I think the problem is that people like obviously that comes from his like real world experience, which I could totally I
Mm-hmm.
understand. And like I even agree with what he's saying, but like you have a bunch of young stupid kids that are like, "Oh, you're just calling all women hoes." It's like, no, he's just saying that like if you're very worried about a woman with a high body count, stop worrying because just assume everybody does. Like you're never gonna get an honest answer. Move on. Just date for the woman
Exactly.
for just date her for
He was
her and
basically saying the older you get, you cannot have because when I got older, because when I was 18, 17, I'll be honest. I said if she has anything more than one or two bodies, that's a no go.
Right.
But then
Yeah.
the minute I hit 21, I came to the realization that, bro, the older a female gets, she's gonna have men that walk through her life. You get me?
Oh
And then
yeah.
some girls actually like, there's some girls who act like actually like have the same amount of drive as we do. You get me?
Oh, for sure.
So
I think
it,
most
but
women do in general. They're just usually more cautious
yeah.
about it.
So I'm just like, you could tell the difference between a female who's a hoe and a female who actually just, you feel me, just wants pleasure. Because a female
Mm-hmm.
who just wants pleasure, she gets her body like 21 right now. I promise you, like I think a girl maybe like my age probably have maybe 5, 6. I'm not tripping. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Right.
the real issue when it comes to boys is that the reason boys really get mad about body counts is that, well, over here in Florida, people like to put that in your face. If you have a
Mm.
girlfriend with a high body count, the whole team then trained her or whatever.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got if you're a person who has a temperament and you just see them and they just like, oh yeah, I done did that to your girl, etc. etc. That like ticks you off like a pride thing. It's
Yeah, it's
childish,
not
but it's like a
the
pride
body
thing.
count. It's like the people like running the history through you like every 5 seconds. It's like,
Exactly.
like yeah, no, I totally get that. Uh
Compared to a girl who's from like say New Jersey, and she tells me, "Oh, I have like maybe 6, 7 bodies in New Jersey." I'm never gonna meet them. I don't
yeah,
care.
right.
We in Florida. I'm never gonna meet them. I'm never gonna have to say hi to them. I don't care. In my mind, you don't got nothing. I'm you. I'm the last person. That's how I feel. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 right. Like it's basically like there's more than just the body count that comes along with the body count. It's like the social, like potential social ridicule, and if that's not there, like then it's like who gives
Exactly.
a shit?
Because females don't go around like going up to girls' faces saying that, "Oh yeah, me and all my homegirls have slept with your boyfriend."
Yeah,
You get
right.
me?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, girls
It's
don't do that.
it's like guys just trying to fuck around and be like, like trying to be like the dominant male. It's like, oh, I fucked your girl, so like, fuck you, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's an issue as well. But these aren't the things that people even really talk about.
yeah. But
TikTok is very basic.
if you're 27 and you actually believe the girl, like you gotta like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but if you actually believe that there's like you need a girl that only has 3 bodies, you need to grow up, dude. You're
Yeah,
27. You're close to 30. By the time you're 40, if you're still looking for girls with 3 bodies, you need to go see a mental
oh, that's
asylum
the
or
thing too. I mean,
something.
I get like if you're an 18-year-old, maybe you want somebody with a low body count, but as you get older, it needs to mean like it needs to be less and less important to people. Some
Hmm.
people just exploring their sexuality and doing like their thing. They're just fucking around.
Facts.
Everybody wants to fuck. Everyone wants to get their nut off. It's really not that much like that big of a deal anymore.
The
Um,
hookup culture getting dangerous. I never knew about it because like I guess it's based on location. But I
mhm.
always knew like hit a girl on Instagram if she want to link up the next day or maybe today, sure. But people like girls come up and told me I go to the club. Me and my homegirls, if we need something, we just go to the club. We get drunk, find a dude, and then we just meet
Yeah,
up. And I'm like,
that's a little unsafe. Yeah.
yeah. I said, what you mean? Like, do y'all just like what happens after that? She said, oh, you just don't talk to them no more after that. It's just a hookup. That's the definition of a hookup. I said, hell no. I said, that's how you get AIDS.
Yeah, right. Like I like when I was still like active and talking to girls and shit, I would be like I would like you talk to them online for a little bit. I would talk to girls for like maybe like a week before I
Yeah.
ever slept with them. Just like feeling them out, get them known cuz like you could tell who does. Like you could tell socially who may or
Hmm.
may not have like an STD. Like if a girl is like
Hmm.
ready and banging out, there's just like a way you could tell. And like
Yeah, I'm scared of females who actually just hit me up and say, "Hey, I want to do it." I'm like, yeah.
yeah, you
We
want a little bit
got,
of you need a little bit of the chase there because like that if they're too easy. It's like who the fuck, it's like one thing to have a high body count, but it's another thing to have a high body count, but like not have that like social policing of knowing what guy to fuck and not to fuck. And
exactly.
the same thing with men as well, what girl to fuck and not to fuck. Like you got to be careful, especially since like a lot of times people engage in unprotected sex.
Mm. I be trying to. I seen this new trend where these girls are barking at everybody. At first, they told me that it was meant to like stop catcalling, but then I don't know if you seen that video where they were barking at people coming out the Catholic Church, and I
Oh yeah, I think I saw like
like,
your
I said,
video on it.
oh, I think y'all
People are
lost your minds, bro.
oh,
Y'all
it's a bunch of
tripping.
all girls just barking. It's like, oh my god.
Then kids in the comments like, "Oh, that's not normal. Girls do that in my school. Like you bump into them, they bark." I'm like, "What school y'all go to?"
Really? Is this getting this should not be normal. Holy shit.
I said,
That's
"Over here,
crazy.
I'm pretty sure someone would have been hit you if you barking in their face. Like, what's wrong with you?"
Oh yeah. Go for it. Bang, hit him in the mouth. That's crazy. The kids are getting so. I mean, I guess every generation is like kids are getting so weird, but like this all girl shit is so annoying, you know. And so, but so is for the boys. Honestly,
Yeah, the
like,
boys been tripping lately too. Like their insensibility to things, like, and then want us. It's like this. When I used to speak about, when I used to speak about false allegations and stuff,
sure,
I gotta
yeah,
get back on that. The boys would love it, but the minute I start speaking on like actual rape things that happen to girls,
mm-hmm.
some of them will be insensitive about it. Like, oh, maybe you should have. I'll be like, nah. You see, we're not gonna even play that right
Yeah,
there.
you can't. People don't want to like, you know. It's become like a war. These kids are instead of being like, hey, what about false allegations? It's a big deal. Because to me, false allegations are they're not only toxic to like people who receive them, but they're also
Mhm.
toxic to like actual victims of sexual assault because it invalidates their sexual assault, like and their ability to
Mhm.
come out and speak up. But like, you know, like the boys, it's like it's like it's not funny if there's a false allegation, but like if a girl is sexually assaulted, like let's make a joke out of it. And it's like, come on, you can't do that.
There was one video I was gonna speak on. 'Cause I guess a girl, it's a new trend on TikTok. Oh, I was raped wearing this type jump. So
Mhm.
I guess Shawty showed her wearing some type of unicorn outfit, and then she put on, like, she said, but I put this under there thinking my dad would leave me alone. The boys in the comments
Jesus.
rushing it, but like what some of them were saying, I actually understood. It's just that they're coming off with it wrong because they said someone was like, why are you telling us? Go tell the cops, because she put in the caption, I hope my mom and dad don't see this video. And then they was like, bro, when you come out about, like, when people come on TikTok and talk about, oh, I'm being abused, I'm being beat up, I'm being this, but I don't want nobody reporting it.
Mhm.
Why are you telling us then? What I understand that you want to feel like you feel me, like safe, like you want somebody comfort, empathy,
Mhm.
sympathy. But it's like this is not gonna stop until you tell somebody, because you could end up dead. Like, social media clout isn't all that, bro. If someone is really beating you, raping you, like you say, you
Sure,
need to
yeah.
tell someone that you can trust. You need to tell the cops. You need to tell the school counselor something. Cause TikTok not gonna help you. Most of these little alt girls gonna do is write a petition saying that let's petition that to get her dad arrested. The fuck? Call the police.
No, right. You know, but it is a little tough because we were talking about it before. How like a lot of mothers they tend to side with like stepdads when it comes to these things. They
Yeah.
deny it, like oh, it doesn't exist. And like I think the biggest problem with so like these young girls are coming on TikTok. They're trying to share their experiences in a way that's like a coping mechanism for them, which I totally get.
Mhm.
They feel like there's nowhere else they can go, which I totally get. I think the
Mhm.
biggest problem, like the most unfortunate aspect of expressing your like issues with sexual assault on TikTok is that like 5-10 years from now when you look back that's gonna be part of your trauma. Like you're gonna go like wow, you're gonna
Mhm.
be really embarrassed about it and like you're gonna be feel really shitty about it. But it's like such a
Mhm.
hard situation because like it's unfortunate, like their life is so unfair that they have like nowhere. A lot of these people, these young girls have like nowhere, and even young boys have nowhere else to turn to like express themselves.
Mhm.
It's just such a
Exactly.
fucked situation.
Yeah, I never have problems speaking on mine. It's like you get me. If it helps other people, I would speak on it. And then with comments, I never care, because people. It's like when you gain that amount of respect on TikTok from a certain demographic.
Hmm.
When you come out about stuff like that, because you seen when Spooner Dude was about, like, cried a little bit because the boy was like saying he wouldn't watch that girl's stream because she was dark skinned, because Spooner Dude has a black girlfriend,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
was so all his fans took it serious. They like, all right, if Spooner Dude is feeling some type of way about it, then yeah, because even though he makes all these, like, you feel me, jokes and stuff,
Hmm.
that kind of like puts the impression in their head he would never get this serious unless it was really a serious topic. We gotta,
Right,
like,
yeah.
we gotta relax on it, stuff like that. Cause I just made a video calling out this boy. I guess this boy made this video for clout. He basically he said, oh, if you asked her, if you asked a girl to do it and she said no the first time, and then you asked her again and she says yes, that means you raped her. Pure, and then people was like, yes, bare minimum, period, period.
What?
So I made a whole video. I said, do y'all know what the definition of rape is? I said, I understand that's manipulation and trauma, and that's like I can't even say the word. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, but rape? Do you know what rape actually is? It's just you
Right. Well,
waking up. It's like
it
you not having the
sounds
power, yeah, to stopping it. Like
well that
you,
from what you explain sounds more like persistence, and like we have like there's a there that's like something that like was kind of like a nuance in society where we have these conversations like what's the difference between being persistent and like
mm-hmm,
actually like crossing a boundary, because like like for, as a young man, like it's not a bad thing to be persistent and be like, hey, you want to go out and like whatever, fine. But like
mm-hmm,
it kind of crosses a line, especially when you're in a situation with a woman where like they don't feel safe and they feel
mm-hmm,
like if you're being persistent, they take that as like they perceive it as a threat, and a lot of times they'll just submit themselves to you, so that they don't get hurt from what they see, and that
mm-hmm.
might not be the truth of what would actually happen, but it's a very real thing. At that point, like, yeah, you just sexually assaulted or raped that girl for sure, but like you didn't even realize it, and that's kind of the thing that I try to talk about. Is like it
Mm-hmm.
sounds crazy, but like there are situations where you can like assault a girl without intending to assault a girl.
Yeah,
It's
if you're
crazy.
100% like giving like grabbing her, holding her, like bro, come on, please, like let's do, like you feel me, like
Yeah,
pushing her
yeah,
to the point
yeah.
of, but that's different from basic texting and you like, come on, please, 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 like
Yeah.
you feel me? There's those two different realities. Like I think, but when the minute I made that video, they removed the video. Them girls were apologizing in the comment section because I was telling them like I actually seen my sister get raped. So it's like when I was like
Jesus.
4. So I was like telling them like, it's kind of triggering that you got like you feel me? I understand coercion, but like actually you feel me, just trying to say begging or pleading for it
Mhm.
is the same thing as actually being brutally hurt for to
Yeah,
do it and all
yeah,
that.
right. Yeah. And then like it's still like the pleading can be a little inappropriate, but like,
Yeah.
it's like it's a very different thing. It's just such like a crazy conversation to have, but like it's important to talk about these things.
They always start conversations on TikTok that have so many different sides to it, but they want to push one side. Like the one where they said, oh, men who like careless women who are short with cute voices are basically interested in kids. So I told
Yeah,
a girl,
yeah, it's so stupid.
I said, so you want me to date someone who has a deep voice? Even you want me to date someone who has a deep voice, tall, hairy, like that's, or basically you want me to date someone that looks like you. Like it's really this really what it seems like. You want me to date someone who looks like you. Since no one is dating you, you're trying to put anyone who doesn't find you attractive freaking a pedo. That makes no sense.
Yeah, no, it's so stupid. It's like, listen, like, oh, like hair is generally seen as a masculine trait. It's not because you're a kid. It's because it's like a masculine trait. It's not that serious. A lot of times, like, I think that there's like a male biological attraction to women who are like closer to their levels of fertility.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it comes from. And like women are attracted to men who are generally more established, because you really do see the dynamic. Like, yeah, men overall seem to be attracted to younger women, just like women in overall seem to be attracted to older men, because you look at an older
Mm-hmm.
man, it's like, oh, this guy's established, he has like his shit
Everything
together.
together.
Yup. And that's what women generally just look for from like a biological standpoint, and then men look at the women as like fertility from a biological standpoint. And it's like all of a sudden we can't have these like, god forbid you mentioned that, now you're just like, oh, all women are just supposed to like be like just baby makers. Like, no, but like this is kind of like our biological
Hey,
predisposition.
it's always a new argument with them, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Like I even told her, I said, okay, so basically you when you shave, you're basically trying to attract pedos. She said, I don't shave for people. I said, still, if any dude is attracted to your shaved body, he
Hmm.
is a pedo. And then they like, that's different. I'm like, no, it's not
No, it's
different. Like you
not. That
guys
means
can't go
that
back on your argument.
if you're yeah, no, if your argument is, hey, men are attracted to shaven women because it makes them look like children, if you shave, you're trying to look like a child now because you're aware of it. So yeah,
Exactly.
no, yeah, you don't get to play both sides. Like, stop shaving, stop trying to attract that type of thing.
Makes no sense. The girls that don't like dudes with beards and body hair, okay, then you like little boys. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
every
yeah, yeah.
argument they use can be thrown back on them. Like the kill on men thing, and they kept trying to change it to say, "Oh, we don't." When we say all, we don't mean all men. I'm like, bro,
Just
go
the
look
bad
up the
ones. Yeah.
definition of all. They come back to me.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad marketing. Like what they're, I guess, there's really nothing intelligent about what they're trying to say. But if you wanted to get a decent message, it's like, hey, we don't like bad men. But it's like, okay, like that's not really a message though. That's just like it's really just people trying to like rile up tensions. That's what the kill all men thing was, just like trying to rile up
Exactly.
tensions.
It was just dumb. The boys started that rape all women stuff, and
Hmm.
just so the girls act. What's crazy? It was effed up. I ain't agree with it because they're both stupid.
Hmm.
But the minute they started the RAW trend, the kill all men trend just died away. They both just disappeared. So it's just, you feel me?
Thankfully,
It's like,
yeah. There's so many kill all men defenders, and then like obviously the raw narrative is like so the kill all men was like frustrating to some men, but then they pushed it up a notch with the rape all women. And like
mhm,
it's not like they were trying to like equal out because they would have just said kill all women. They wanted to like push it up more because women are going to get more of an emotional reaction from a blanket
mhm,
term of like raw rather than like kill all women because like
mhm.
it's just more emotionally provocative. So the boys were trying to like escalate that. The boys.
When I
So
said the kill all white women thing on my one video against the girl that got you mad and got you banned when you made that video about her,
which one is that? Which one?
where she tried to say that a straight cis man can never tell me anything, and then you came out, you said, "Ma'am, I like Pee Wee," I like,
Oh
and you got
yeah,
banned, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I freaking when I made a video on her and I was like, okay, so kill all white women, and then they actually tried to get mad at me about it, but I explained it. I was like, okay, so we're going off of traumas. I was raped by a white woman, so now my trauma is towards you guys. So now I say kill all white women. What do you want me to say about that? They said, why are you bringing race? I said, why are you bringing gender in it?
Right. Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
I said they're both social con. I said, yo, when you start an argument like this, you got to make sure that no one can come back at you. You get me?
Hmm.
This argument is so simple and stupid. It can live. Someone can flip it like 20 different ways, bro. Like on you guys, like just leave it alone. It's not a topic. If you were saying kill all misogynistic men, and I still said what I said, I'd be wrong. I'm
Yeah.
literally
Right.
proving.
Because that's
You
what you're.
get me?
No, like that'd be better to kill all misogynistic men. That'd be something. That'd be fine. Whatever. Nah, but it's just very general. Like it's meant to be provocative towards all men. Like it's just stupid. It's just like all these like movements that they just. It's very reactionary. Like
Mm-hmm.
even like you could even parallel that with like defund the police. It's like we like reformation of the police is definitely necessary, but like defunding, it's just like take money away. It's like, well, there's no. It's hard to galvanize around messages like that, and like then you're spending more time explaining what you really mean rather than actually like having a conversation that's positive.
Is Minneapolis okay? I haven't looked up that city in a while. Last time I
No, I
looked
don't
up,
know.
they said the cops weren't doing their jobs no more.
No, I don't know. I don't even pay too much attention to that shit. I don't know. Like Minneapolis, what did they defund the police there?
Basically, and the cops just started dropping like flies, or like the cops just started leaving. Like I seen a post where they were saying they were asking for the cops to start doing their jobs again.
Let's see.
I haven't heard from them in a while. They were the main city saying defund the police. So I gotta see what happened to them.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to shift some of like their budget. It's just like people are more. I don't know why they're so. That was from December 10th. I don't know. I don't know if we've gotten
Yep.
like what actually is going on. Um,
The city went off the map.
yeah, it looks like they cut from like, and I think that there are. I don't know if this is one of them, but there are some areas that could like you could legitimately reorient like resources from the police as long as you don't cut
hmm
personnel towards other things. But then there's
Yeah.
other places where you simply can't do that, which is why I don't like the defund narrative. I like the reform narrative.
hmm
Um,
Reform is better because if you get somebody in power, if you get the because what I was hearing, they say that it's not really the sheriff that pays attention to their records, it's a person up top or something like
mhm.
that, or like the police. So I was like, okay, put the sheriff as the one who reprimands cops who have a history. Because if the guy who did it to George Floyd, I seen his his history with having his little bad history with being a cop. I like those first two times he fucked up. Y'all should have said, okay, we got to cut you. You tripping?
Who's
You
that?
get me? Um, the white dude that kneeled on George Floyd.
Oh
Freaking
yeah, 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 yeah. The police
his
officer.
history. He had a bad history of like messing with people, like messing with minorities. I'm like, how did no
Oh,
one
did he
like?
really?
Yeah, I was like, how did nobody like actually look at his thing? If a cop has multiple bad, you feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Why don't they pull? Well, that's the thing is like a lot of these police departments don't have accountability, and so like they don't have accountability, and in a lot of states, and I don't know about that one specifically, but you're not even able to access anything that they've done wrong. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like a file and it gets sealed away. And like we need
Mm-hmm.
more police accountability. Like if you have a history of fucking with people, like you should lose your job. But like that,
Exactly.
anywhere else you'd lose your job very quickly. It doesn't matter what other field it is. But when it comes to police, like you don't, and it's bizarre. It's very bizarre. There's far too much, and like police do well. Police, it's not the most dangerous job, and it gets paid
Yeah.
very well considering you get pay, pension, insurance, and it's like God forbid we were like a little bit more adamant about them performing well. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's just the world. I'm telling you, sooner or later we're gonna have to start dealing with something. Like at this point, it's always something new that we're not used to that just keeps coming up. Like I started seeing these little pages now trying to defend the little pedos now, trying to say they're people too. I just started ignoring it. But like at this point,
Yeah, I know what you're
I'm just
talking
waiting
about.
on I'm waiting on bestiology, bro. I'm just waiting for someone. I'm waiting for one person on TikTok to say we need
I
to do
think
away animals.
it's a lot of trolling on TikTok. I know that it's a lot of trolling.
The day a little girl comes up and admits her and her dog be doing it, I'm losing it. I'm like, you know what? F this app. I'm done. No.
Well, I mean, I feel like the dog is better than a kid. That's all I gotta. That's all I gotta say. Oh, this shit's so fucked up, man. This shit is fucking crazy. I can't believe it. So, yeah. So I don't know, man. What's else been going on with you? Anything special? Anything crazy?
No, you know I've been advocating for the Asian community. I think another rally's coming up soon, so I think I'm gonna participate in that one.
Yeah, very cool.
Uh, yeah, because it's been a rise of. I actually wanted to see if you could start. Might start. I'm gonna start sending you videos. You might like actually like speak on your take on it.
Hmm.
Because lately the COVID thing has really caused a rise of Asian crimes. Like I mean Asian hate crimes. It is getting really bad,
What, in like the United
especially in
States?
Cali.
Oh, yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense because of like the whole Chinese virus thing. Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah, it's been really bad. Like, and I've been me and Karma been speaking on it. I just posted one, but TikTok a little racist because I posted one where the guy was basically saying, Trump's right. You guys created this virus. You guys brought it, bringing it here to. You guys need to all disappear. TikTok thought I was saying it and freaking
Right.
put harassment and bullying. I'm
They're
like, bro.
quick.
I
They're
said that's
quick to
not me.
fucking.
That's
Yeah,
not me,
send it on
bro.
over because, like, you know what? That's something I should talk about. Because I've defended the Chinese virus thing in the past because, like, on surface
Mhm.
level, it's very frustrating that this whole thing blew out because of, like, China. But what's happening is it's like the way I interpreted the name Chinese virus is like, hey, we have to do something. Let's shame China, like, globally. But what it
Mhm.
seems to be really happening though
Every
is,
Asian is getting affected.
yeah, it's like, and people in America are using that as like a dog whistle to like be racist towards Asian Americans,
Mm.
and it like it's crazy.
Like the old you heard about the old Asian woman that was set on fire in New York? You ever heard
No,
about
I
that?
didn't. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, basically two kids ran up. It was like you started the virus. They punched her, then they set her shirt on fire.
Jesus Christ.
So like it's really getting bad. It's actually getting really really bad.
Oh yeah, I
Especially
didn't even hear about this.
it's like that's why I be trying my best to bring awareness to it. I'm a direct you. Yeah, I'm gonna start sending you the links. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's really
yeah, for sure.
it's really getting bad. Like I been telling people like, yo, even though this BLM stuff calmed down, like right now it seems like the Asians need our help more than anything because like it's not every single day it's a new video and it's getting like worse and it usually people always say oh it's the white man or something like that but now it's like everyone's doing it to them. You get me?
Yeah,
It's
like it's
like
not just white people; it's everybody being racist towards Asian people.
yeah, and then lately a lot of videos been more black people attacking them than white people actually. And then a
Really?
lot of people are taking that as a means. Like when I try to bring attention to it, people are taking it as a means of, oh, I'm trying to bash BLM or something. But that's not what I'm trying to do. It's
No.
more like I'm just trying to show that, hey, like we need to start speaking out more because it's not only whites or Hispanics messing with them. It's us too. We got a problem in our community too.
Yeah, it's sad too because, like, obviously, white people socially are policed more than anybody else, which is like a good thing that we're policed as much as we are. But unfortunately, it's hard to, put that same level of like social policing on other people. It's like it's difficult, you know, if you hear somebody else saying it, people don't generally care as much. Like we both talked about that one black girl who was doing that ling ling shit and nobody cared.
Yeah. Went viral. It went viral on the Asian pages though. Your video was on the Asian page about that, and then
Oh, was it?
yeah, and then they actually made her lose hella sponsorships.
Oh,
Hella
really?
sponsorships, bro.
I didn't even know that.
She lost hella sponsorships. Could come to find out, a couple of those Asians are tied in with some of her sponsorships. So they made sure they got rid of that
Yeah,
because
right. She didn't even
what
remove the video. That was crazy. When she got the backlash, she didn't even remove it and apologize and just be like, "Hey,
yeah
listen, I
she
didn't
wouldn't.
realize that what I said." So you could very easily be like, "Listen, I just really didn't think about it. Like that definitely wasn't appropriate and racist to say," and then just remove the video. She kept it up and she was blocked. Like, I know she blocked me.
She had blocked. It took her literally like 3 weeks before she actually took it down because she was getting so much hate. And then they even now, I think the Shade Room tried to post one of her funny videos, and then everyone in the Shade Room comments was like, we are not gonna support a woman who harasses Asians." Like,
Yeah,
come on
and
now.
doesn't even like apologize for it.
Yeah, so she ruined it on herself.
Yeah,
Like
you know.
like that type of mainstream stuff gets pushed out because it's TikTok. But like when things happen on the low, like on the like what I've been seeing on the Asian pages, they
Mhm.
don't hit like big media like that. The only time they hit big
Yeah.
media is if like it's the other way around. The Asians are harassing somebody or something.
Yeah, no, like it doesn't seem like anybody necessarily cares about like Asian people when it comes to them being like harassed or like racism being perpetuated against them. It's a little crazy,
Facts.
and it also needs to be like a white person doing it, you know, or else nobody necessarily cares. Thank God this girl hits got some. It's just crazy that she didn't even apologize, or maybe she did now, but like she didn't even apologize earlier.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
wouldn't. She wouldn't. Then she gave a half-ass apology, and then she finally removed the videos or whatever. But I think people still harass their comments to this day. It's some things you just can't move past.
yeah, like right now I'm getting harassed for having a Kia Soul, so you know it's
Oh
just.
yeah, that trend. Literally is a whole trend to harass your comments about a Kia Soul, bro.
Yup. I saw a couple of like Kia Soul slander videos, and then I started making jokes about how I had a Kia Soul because I do have a Kia Soul, and then like all my comments are flooded. Like I know the guy with the Kia Soul is not talking right now. It's like, God damn it, bro! It's like I can't even fucking escape this shit.
The minute you
Um,
show them a Camaro or something, that's when everyone's gonna shut up. Like, okay, Papa good, big boy now.
yeah,
He
big
said no
boy.
more
They're
Kia
like
Soul.
They're like get a new car, Papa, and it's like I have other fucking bills to pay, dog. Like I'm not going for. I don't give a fuck about the car. The car is fine. You know, like last night I had a conversation with Victoria Hammond. My whole chat was just constantly blowing me up for having a Kia Soul all the time. It was fucking insane. I was like, holy
Oh
shit.
yeah, I did a video on her and Tyler Bluntman's argument about the fetus and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then like I just didn't like. I feel like it was just a dumb argument that just was gonna go back and forth forever. Because I said, bro, at the end of the day, they're gonna pick the mom over the baby, not because simply the baby life isn't important. It's just that it's not 100% fact that the baby's gonna come out alive, but it's 100% fact that if the mom, if you feel me, if you
Mm.
save the mom, she's gonna be okay. You
Yeah,
get
no,
me?
I for me personally, like I just feel like abortion is just one of those conversations where it's I don't know if I'm like bored of it or I'm tired of it. It's just
Yeah.
like such a like both sides are not like we're they're suffering either way. Either you're gonna allow abortions and there's gonna be those them suffering, or you're going to allow them to come out and like we're not going to be able to afford it with all the welfare programs, and then we're gonna like just call it's like there's nobody wins. Like it's just one of those conversations where it's just like, oh my
It
god,
goes
it's so
back and
loaded.
forth until something gets passed. I
Yeah,
swear.
right.
You
And
feel
then
me?
but most people are actually like for like they're most people are like you'd say pro-choice, like publicly and pro-life person. There's a lot of people like that, but it's like mostly people just want like a little bit more restrictions because maybe it's getting a little out of hand. A lot of people would like to make him stay in like the first generation or first trimester or whatever, but whatever.
Yeah, I just hate the girls that promote it on TikTok like it's a freaking plan B. I be like I
Right?
had it like
Yeah.
I be telling them like, yo, you really trying to mess up these little girls' bodies? They like how? I said, bro, you're literally promoting it like, oh yeah, every time she gets pregnant or every time she does it,
Yeah, it's
she
too
doesn't need to go get it.
normalized.
Yeah, she doesn't need to go get a plan B. Just let the baby come and just get an abortion. You know
Yeah.
how much it costs too? What the heck?
Yeah, right. Depends on which one you get, but it's not good for you. Like, it does seem like it's getting a little too normalized to the point where it's like almost socially acceptable as like
I had
Plan
females
B.
comment and say that I had like grown females comment and say that I became infertile for having too many.
Yeah, you can. It's like, you know, they
Uh,
usually doctors won't perform them after you have like one or two, because it'll really mess you up. It's crazy. So yeah, no, the girls celebrating abortion. Yeah, it does happen. So
okay.
yeah, I don't know if you have anything else you want to talk about, my man, but if not,
Um.
definitely
Well,
send me those the Asian videos.
yeah, got you. More for sure. Actually, I think we've covered everything that's been going on TikTok recently. So
Yeah,
yeah, we're good.
everything's
Only thing
crazy.
is, we'll try. Let's see if Freak can reach freaking at least 300K, 300K, 400K before the year's over.
Well, I was gonna say, have you considered changing like your name?
Yeah, I already started talking to famous birthdays, so I'm trying to get them to. That's the only reason I haven't changed it yet. I talked to famous birthdays and the people who made articles on me, and I'm trying to see if they could change it to like Freak to Go or something like that. Or
Yeah,
someone told
yeah.
me I could just change the username
You
and
say
just keep
you say
Freak.
freak the ghost?
No, the people keep telling me change the Freak to Go or just Freak.
I don't
Freak
know, man.
period.
I'm either freak or I don't like. I think freak the ghost would be better. It sounds cooler. I know what like the whole goat thing is, like greatest of all time. I'm just saying the ghost thing
Yeah,
sounds cooler to me. But yeah, I
yeah.
would consider it because the word Gemini is just not the. It's not.
It's not the branding that I need right now. So
Yeah,
yeah, I got.
you got really fucked on just because you're black and you had the word Gemini in your name, and it's all it took. That just
They spam banned me for like 2 months, bro.
yeah, they did. People are so stupid. It's so funny because it's all the alt girls. They
Yeah,
had you
they're
banned like,
reporting me.
and that's like litter. That's because they're like, oh, black guy with Gemini, and it must be the same dude. Honestly,
I had to they tried to do that with my new account, but I texted them and I told them, Eps, this dude, I sent them the photo. I said, this dude and me are not the same person. Kill it.
yeah,
Ever since then, I haven't gotten banned no more. But yeah, I'm more than likely go change it to Freak or something. And then just basically keep it like that.
yeah, it's a good idea because it's like, it's got to be rough.
Oh yeah.
Every time, anytime I talk, even in the chats, they were like, "Is this the guy that like talked to young girls?" Like, no, it's not. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you guys, it's just like, come on, let's get our shit together here.
It's crazy, bro. Like, dang. 850K down the drain. That really hurt me though. I'm like, dang.
I could
All
imagine,
that hard
bro.
work.
I could
For nothing.
imagine that, especially now, because like it's hard to get people as a commentator to like to follow you
Mm-hmm.
when like nobody, it's nothing crazy going on right now, or
Mm-hmm.
people's tensions aren't all riled up. Like the summer was like crazy, like that'll never happen, and
Mm-hmm.
it shouldn't. I hope it doesn't happen again with like how crazy we are socially. Things are calming
Yeah.
down, so maybe you got to start doing TikTok dances or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Man, that's what's crazy though. When you use a TikTok sound, your algorithm automatically starts back jumping again.
Yeah, that's what I should start doing. I should start making like my duets because I don't do duets anymore. I put like green screen things and like I put stuff up here and I compensate like that. This way, like it's not a duet or a stitch, and I can try to make money off of it. Maybe I should just put it
Mhm.
on, make the video, and then download it, and then put it on the back of like a song, and then like mute the song and see if I can get it going like that.
That's what Jorah was doing.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, because people kept duetting his shit, so he put it behind the song.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Maybe that's what I should do. Shit. No.
But yeah, it was a great conversation with you, Papa
Yeah,
Good.
man.
Shout out to your fans. Let's maybe I'll reach one 850K.
Maybe you got a
Yeah.
week. You got a week. Maybe you'll hit it next week. You got like 3 days. But yeah, man, it was great talking to you. It's always a pleasure. You're always welcome on anytime.
Oh yeah, facts, bro. Yeah, all love to you, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna send you those videos. Have a blessed day.
Yeah, you too, man. Take care. I want to say thank you so much, guys, to all my Patreons, and a special shout out to my Papa XL Patreons. Without all you guys, I would just be some fat dude screaming into a microphone. So thank you so much, guys. Mwah. I love you all. I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.